I mean, listen, y'all. welcome, poets and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. You know what this is. Good morning, good evening, and welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemental. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I mean, we have been doing this for quite some time. Welcome to episode 23. However, we have been doing this and doing this and doing this well every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. If you're watching on one of these streams, truly appreciate you, and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. All right, so we'd like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs, the Howard Gilman Foundation, the Poetry Foundation, and Brown University for hosting our free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute. Every dollar counts. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, doing it only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be, because that cat's all kinds of dope. Trust and believe. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. Trust me, so many things going on. Tonight's theme, the cost penny. Your 2 cents. Right? When I was thinking about this, it's just like, oh, everybody's got their own 2 cents. You know what I mean? Like what do you toss into the wishing well when you put your 2 cents in? What do you spend? So that's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I mean? I always wonder about these themes if everybody's going to dig into them. And trust me, y'all never cease to amaze. Creatives never do. All right. If your artistry is not on theme tonight, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to every ounce of genius you are here to share with us this evening. All right. Next week's theme, if you weren't sure, if you maybe are looking for something, we're going to dig all the way into it. Coming at you. The fearlessness of creativity. Pure inspiration. The fearlessness of creativity. Pure inspiration. I'm talking from the source, folks. I'm talking that direct download that you get from your wellspring of inspiration, that pure, unadulterated, that concentrated funk. That's what we want to hear. Where's your source, right? Some may even call it a holy grail. And this may even be a grail quest. It's up to you. However, get down. That's what we're looking forward to. That's what we're going to be dealing with next week. It's the last day of school. Shout out all the incredible educators. So coming up, I'm going to be posting some things coming soon, y'all. For real, coming soon. Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your performance. All right? So turn your cameras on. Make sure you're ready to rock. And as you're getting ready, have your art ready. All right? If you're going analog, hey, let it rock. That's totally cool. I love hearing ruffling pages. All right. If you're playing music, which is totally cool, we are all here for it. Make sure you are connecting your original sound for musicians. All right. and make sure your music is original. We don't want the agents of the interweb interfering with our stream in any way. So make sure your music is original and you have on your original sound, and we are cooking with Crisco. You got 3 minutes to rock, folks. All right, you got a 30-second intro. Let the folks know where they can find you and all the things that you got going on or coming up. All right, because this is a community, and we are trying to make sure we build community with every single session. All right, so make sure you let the folks know, and before or after you rip, plug your information into the chat so folks can know where you at. You know what I mean? We have reached night 30 for the babies, folks. Oh my goodness, am I so serious about that? The members of our community have the freedom of speech and happen to be incredibly creative, as were the founders of our cafe, who made sure that this freedom of speech maintained in every vein of what we do. Therefore, there is no censorship other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. There is no censorship. What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. All right? Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they rip open themselves and they share it with us, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance back with the community. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. Let the folks know, let the world know that poetry lives right here on Thursday. Feel me? Sign up is closed this evening. Sign up begins 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, to sign up, you go to Nuyorican.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need an artist RSVP ticket to get on that guaranteed list. And they will not even populate until 24 hours before the show. All right, so make sure you plug in. If you are in the tri-state area, make sure you are plugging in with the Nuyorican Bowery Slam. Trust and believe it is going down. That stage is hot, y'all. Promise you, that stage is hot. Also, the open mic at the Lower East Side Center, hosted by Supreme. The Lower East Side Festival. Listen, if you are in these areas, man, listen, rain or shine, yo. Listen, pull up. It's going down. Friday night, shout out Tony McPherson. It is going down. Shout out DJ Luna Rosa. It's going down, y'all. I promise you. If you in that mix, make sure you fall through, and the slam team is getting down. Believe it. If you're in slam poetry, make sure you plug in. Support the squad. For real. Tonight's list. Look at these beautiful poets. Look at these beautiful creatives coming to get down. Listen, anytime I see these folks on this list, we are in for an evening. Hope you got your oxygen. Hope you got all of the strap-on, buckle, what is that 6-point harness that you need? Because it's going to get crazy this evening. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? I see a keeper of concrete. I see a storm god in the building. I see educators in the building. I see crazy musicians. I see a daughter of Krypton. It's going down. Storytellers in the building. We about to get to it, y'all. Oh, my goodness. So, starting us off this evening as I'm putting my information in the chat. Trust me, Queen, we got you. I know you didn't show up we got you. The hat is fly, too, by the way. Shout out to Mom, Tracy Mom Core for the brim. So, as I'm putting this together, y'all, first of all, it's great to see everybody. Appreciate you rocking. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're rocking with us. So let's get to it. Trust and believe. I look forward to this. I look forward to this. Here's the list. Setting us off this evening. I never know who's stepping into this squared circle. I never know. Because this cat right here, he is like a mankind. He is like a Cactus Jack. He is like a Mick Foley. of what we do because he can bang your ass into rock'em and sock'em and just whatever he chooses to do. Hell in a Cell, cage match. Listen, this dude has got it. And trust me, he's going to give it to you. The one and only Dre Reyes in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Always great to see you. Come on, set it off this evening. Let's go.
That was a really cool introduction. Thank you, Elemental. Thank you, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Dre Ray coming at you. I'm on Instagram. You can just check out my screen name there. I got the Instagram information. I got my Instagram and I got the Slam Jam's Instagram. Speaking of the Slam Jam, if you could direct your attention to the meeting chat real quick. I got this thing going on in 2 days, and I got legendary slam poet Billy Tuggle on as our special guest. And if you're familiar with this work, then you know that you're in for a rowdy treat. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a celebration of poetry and self-expression. So please come on to the Zoom room. All the information you need is on that little flyer I just posted. And I hope to see you Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, I got a poem that happens to be on theme. Wow. That's kind of new for me. Also, I don't think this is like my first time kicking things off, so this is all sorts of new. So, let's kick this off with survival mode. Life is the ultimate simulation video game our parents pre-ordered without reading its contents. The minority in the United States pre-order DLC sucks. And I would like to have a refund, but no refunds are issued when life is set on survival mode. And that is what you do. Survive. Survive through trial and error and learn what it is to thrive in a seemingly never-ending cycle. Even if the results are not desirable at first, survive. When there are no other options, just survive. As much as you try to survive and be the best version of yourself as possible, there are always going to be those who view you as public enemy number one. There are always going to be those who refuse to look into the mirror and deflect and overlook their flaws and paint them on your own canvas, making you look like some kind of jackass. There are always going to be those who instantly forget all the good you've put out and then villainize you and morally sentence you without trial at the first given opportunity, shining a big spotlight on a fallacy that the light's intensity has blinded them. There'll be people who blindly purchase lies without reading the price tag, nor the package contents, and proceeds to make a mess regardless without reading the instructions. Forgiveness is the first step towards salvation. Forgive them, for they do not know any better. Their instinct is to jump to conclusions, shoot first, then don't ask questions, passing judgments like kidney stones, pissing out processed pain like processed food. Research and investigation is not valued here. How do you think there are so many cold cases for murder in New Hampshire in the first place? Cases colder than the winters here have been. Global warming is not to blame for the incompetency or perhaps corruption. Who knows? Both wear similar garments here. Nobody pitches any no-hitters or perfect games on this field. It's impossible to go throughout life without making mistakes. However, nobody should be casting any stones, for all we are sins looking for holiness. May the silence of their hypocrisy scream and echo in eternity. May the welts from their pelting reduce and swelling over time, And may the scars from the wounds depict a story of survival. Survive and thrive out of spite. Control your narrative. It's the only one you get. Poem. Thank y'all.
I told you. And he just happened to bring the spike back this time and bust you over your dome with it. But I'm telling you, this dude's dope. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre Ray.
That's beautiful, Dre. That's beautiful. You always come intense and intimate to whatever you're writing about, and that intimacy is greater than anything I ever witnessed. One love.
Wonderful work.
Listen, man. And this is the beauty of our community. We are unafraid to show you and tell you what it really is, right? What you really, really need to hear, not just, oh wow, man, that was deep. Oh wow, man, that was incredible. Right? But that people respect the way your pen dances on sheets, right? The way your ink flows from your blood onto a page, man. That's what it's about, right? Right? Survival mode. Right? He said life is an ultimate simulation video game. Right? We survive through trial and error, no doubt about it. But there is no other options, just survive. Forgiveness is the first step to salvation. Case is colder than the winters. Come on, man. All we are sins looking for holiness. Come on. I appreciate you, man. Truly. Make sure you are plugging into the Slam Jam. Billy Tuggle's a monster. Make sure you're plugging in. You're guaranteed to get something from it. Make sure you are plugging in to Dre Reyes. I'm telling you, that cat's all kind of dope. Appreciate you, Dre Ray. Truly. Starship's underway, folks. Let's get to it. Where is this cat? Coming up next. I don't know if this cat, kind of like Joski, right? Shout out Joski. We're gonna get to Joe. But this cat right here, whether he has his instrument or he doesn't, he is coming to give you something that you can feel. Shout out to Invoke. Just saying, he's gonna give you something that you can actually take away with you, feeling something. The one and only Catman Bill in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Catman. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hello? Hello? Oh, it's not a good time to call me right now. I'm on, I don't know, some crazy Zoom here. I have to get back into it. All right, so I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait a minute. That was supposed to, there we go. There we go. Things happen all at once. So tonight I'm going to dedicate this little thing to an old friend of mine, Benny Malavey, who died several years ago. Benny was in a rock and roll band in the 1960s, and I was terribly jealous, also admirable of his talents. I was never good enough to perform. I got my calling later in life and found my voice. But I was, where would I want to go with this? So, you know, I lost contact with him, and a few years ago, I went looking for him, couldn't find him. I called his niece, and his niece wouldn't give me his phone number, but she took my number and said she would pass it on, but she never did, and he never called me. And I thought he didn't want to resume a friendship. But a year or two later, his sister called me crying that he had died. And I never got a chance to let him hear my songs, and I'm terribly sorry for that. But later, and only a few years ago, Veronica, in a discussion, told me that she would never get vaccinated, and this was during 2020. And I said, you have to. And she said, no, this is, you know, anti-vaxxers. She was into the anti-vaxxer thing. So I wrote a song to her. And I sent it to her, and she screamed at me for it. But that's the way friends go, right? So more recently, she invited me over to dinner, and I didn't tell her that I don't eat red meat. And all she had on the table was big chunks of red meat. So I ate it. Here's the song called Vaccine for Veronica. So you're not sure you want the cure, not sure of the unforeseen. COVID-19, it's no dream, it's a nightmare that reigns supreme. The shot in your arms, it won't do you any harm. Oh, folks paid the price. Don't forget their sacrifice. The vaccine you cannot live without. You say you're having old-fashioned doubts. Anti-vaxxers scream and shout, it causes autism, you heard them pout. The shot in your arms, it won't do you any harm. Oh, folks pay the price, don't forget their sacrifice. The vaccine you cannot live without. You say you're having old-fashioned doubts. Anti-vaxxers scream and shout, it causes autism, you heard them pout. The shot in your arms, it won't do you any harm. Oh, folks pay the price, don't forget their sacrifice. Thank you.
I told you. When this cat has his instrument, it's something totally different. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Cat Man.
Come on,
Yeah,
kid.
man.
Stop
Thank you.
playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing, kid.
Thank
Stop.
you, man.
That was beautiful. One love.
Beautiful and a good reminder that, even though we think it's all over what happened a few years ago, but we still need to protect ourselves. So that was a good public reminder, in addition to being a great song.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, creatives are just, geniuses. Like we just kind of do this. I said it before and I'll say it again. Some people do this. We do this. He said in his vaccine for Veronica, right? Not sure you want the cure. Right? Not sure. Just you go ahead and keep your old-fashioned doubts. Right? Let's not forget that old folks paid the price. Right? Like it's shot in your arm won't do you harm. Like it just you sound like a gardener gardening when you play. Like the flowers just kind of open up when you come to the garden and play. Like you just play it at such a frequency that the earth just sings with you. I appreciate you, Catman Bill. Truly. Listen, I'm telling you, that dude he just does it. All right. Coming up next, as I said, shout out the educators in the building. Last day of school. Listen, I have heard, and I don't know if I mentioned this to y'all before, but I'm gonna say it again. There are some educators in this building that I truly love. Let me tell y'all. I have heard a saying, and I want the educators to think about this before you come to the microphone. And I want you to answer this question. It's been said, those who can, do. Those who can't, teach. What is your response? Coming up next, this incredible educator continues to come through and share his energy, whether he's ripping or not. I appreciate this dude so much. The one and only Doug Silver in the building, who we like to call Professor Platinum. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thanks very much. Yeah, I've heard that phrase before. I think it's a mean phrase, you know, teachers can do as well. You know, we teachers have to do our thing in the classroom too. When the kids are writing, I'm writing with them too, you know, because you can't just sit up there like you're holy or something like that. You know, we gotta be right there with them, you know. So yeah, I've heard that phrase, and I don't believe it. And this place is proof. This place and you too are proof that that it's not true, you know. Thank you. So good to see you, Elemental, RMT, all the poets, as always. For the first 2 weeks of April, Monica and I were in South Korea. I kept a haibun journal. It was a diary I kept each day, and it was followed by a haiku. So this piece is from one of our last days there when we were in Seoul, South Korea. It's called Attractions. Raining today, got umbrellas from the front desk, deciding to stay indoors, took the subway across the Han River to an enormous underground shopping plaza. The Starfield Library in the COEX Mall, like Seoul itself, is massive and vertical. Bookshelves stacked 50 feet high. Couldn't figure out how to reach them. A whole section dedicated to foreign authors. We found Korean translations of books we've read, from Hemingway to Harry Potter. Outside, a huge statue of Hand on Wrist for Gangnam Style, with Psy on a big screen and tourists lining up for photographs. Then, through the rain with our umbrellas open, onto the nearby Bongwensa Temple. Rows of blue, green, and yellow lanterns above us, Buddha statues, red slate tiled pavilions, April cherry blossoms, not crowded in the cold rain, humbling in the daytime, but it must be even more so at night. We wandered separately for a long time, silently and peacefully. And here's the closing haiku. In front of the ancient temple, aspiring model, taking a selfie. That was my time in South Korea. Thanks, everybody.
Even when you're writing poetry, you're teaching. That's a gift, man.
Thank you.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Doug Silver.
Woo!
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Really nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, everybody.
No, it's beautiful. Because first declaring yourself as a teacher is beautiful, because when we teach people out there, we are also being taught back as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard recently when old people learn from young people, they become the trendsetters of the old. When the young people learn from the old, they become the trendsetter of the young. It is a symbiotic relationship that we both benefit from, right? It is a cycle, right? And both parts benefit. Thank you for that, Professor Platinum. He said teachers can do as well. That's what it really is, right? Teachers can do it as well. Writing with your students, doing the assignments that you give to them. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your time in South Korea with us, right? In attractions, you said you had to go across this lake into an underground shopping plaza. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? That's just, come on. He said they had Korean translations from everything to Hemingway to Harry Potter. Here's the thing I wonder about translations. And everyone and anyone who speaks a different language knows that there are some words that they don't quite, they just don't always go, right? If you ever listen to someone who's English is not their first language, they'll say, ¿cómo se dice? What's the word for how do you say right? So when they translate those things, I wonder what the words actually are. I appreciate you sharing that with us. It's not crowded in the cold rain, right? It's everyone is not about that life. The rain will definitely let you know. Thank you, Professor Platinum, for all that you do as a teacher, for being dedicated to your students and going above and beyond. I appreciate you. All right, coming up next. Oh, look. Anytime this cat's holding this instrument, I'm going to tell you like this. We are about to get our week put into balance because this cat's frequency is one of a kind. All the way out from the Pacific Northwest. Shout out his other half, Deneen. This cat is incredible. The one and only Joski C is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Joski. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Elemental.
You sound fantastic as always, clear as a bell. Let's go.
Oh, thank you, my brother. This is to start with a new poem. This is dedicated to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe and to this community. This is called Bricks. We are bricks. We are building something. We are holding something up. It is heavier than light, standing on foundations, reaching for sky. Heaven leaves tears on a rough facade. We are bricks. We are building something. We are holding something up. And this is a song you may have heard me play before, but this is for my muse. I'm having a technical issue. Just one moment, please. Hey. Okay, I think that's going to work. So this is for the wonderful Deneen, who is stuck by my side. And as of yesterday, we've been married for 31 years. And this is called Rainbows. I have tried to take time for all these changes. I've been trying to see from every different view. I have lived my life following these rainbows, but they all lead to you. Though all this pain falls down like rain, sometimes it wants to drown me, till I feel your warm light shining through. And it's surreal how fine I feel when your arms are around me. You'll always find me coming home to you. I've been down to a place where lonely sorrow painted on my soul in shades of gray and blue. I've been found, now it's time for me to rearrange my life. Join with you. And I suppose no one knows this love that's grown between us feels deeper than the deepest ocean blue. Standing here today I swear I'll let nothing come between us. You'd always find me coming home to you. Setting sun finds you rising like an evening star, reflecting light in every rainbow hue, shining on through the darkness till dawn finds me in your arms. I love you, though still I play some songs that may remember some hard living, searching for what's real and what is true. I'll stay amazed through all my days at this gift that I've been given, following these rainbows. I found you.
That's not even fair, man. That's not even okay. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski C.
Yeah, Joski, congratulations. Congratulations.
Joski
That
at
was
this
on.
point is
Yeah.
just playing with our feelings,
Joski.
playing with our emotions.
Just the chord on his guitar, right? Just the string.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, stop playing with my emotions. Like, do you want me to cry in camera, or what do you want
Yes, yes,
want
go
me to
ahead.
do?
Shed the tears. It's all good. Thank you. That was beyond beautiful. It was somewhere past precious, and I'm so happy for you. Not all of us have that power. You got a special gift.
Sounds
Stay.
like Cat Stevens.
Listen, y'all are incredible. Like both of y'all like come through with the sound bites, right? Somewhere past precious sounds like Cat Stevens. Like, come on, like y'all are so amazing, man. Joski, that's not fair, man. Like when you literally in real time rewrite the way someone says I love you to their wife, that's not right. I'm just saying, like, that's about as right as 3 lefts in a row that'll get you right back home. Like, I just don't appreciate that, sir. However, the way you say I love you, it's pretty heavy. In the first piece in bricks, you even said we are bricks, right? Heavier than light, right? Heaven leaves tears on a rough facade. We are holding something up. And you are too, sir. Right? You're holding up the love that you appreciate so much. You've been doing it for 31 years. Man, that's listen, I need you to like make that whatever you need to make it, man. That I don't know, but that line, sir, and I know everybody heard it. I have lived my life following these rainbows, but they all led to you. Well, did you just call your wife a pot of gold? You damn it, like, come on, man. Like, did you just but you'll always find me coming home to you. Golly, man, you gotta stop that. You gotta stop that, Joski. Appreciate you, man. It's fantastic. You're a fantastic songwriter, a magnificent poet. You're incredible from every angle, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out to Neen. Congratulations again on 31 beautiful years. All right, coming up next. Listen, our resident rhyme-orator, this cat right here has always got time for a rhyme that happens to be in line with just about the time that he comes up in the line. So let's do it. Once again, the one and only Eddie Poetastic in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Eddie, it is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, my brother with words like thunder, like no other. Woo! Your rhymes are such sublime and divine. Woo! Oh, in the book at the time. My name is Ed Potato, feeling fantastic. Please tell me to join my rhyme five was sublime. I got two pieces, so I won't take too much time. My first piece is called Sense by John C. Pennies from Heaven was a song long ago. We see them in streets and leftover trash. They're kicked to the curb, 1 cent only cash. The penny saved and the penny earned is weathered and beaten and rather sunburned, because many a soul has not the worth to bend it over and give it new birth. So flip it over and see if it's wheat. If not, save it for your piggy to eat. Thank you. And my other one is called Money by Herbert Longjoy. Money is the root of all evil. Money was blessed by the devil. Money can kill. Money can cheat, steal. Ask this barded lawyer what this sad creature can do. It can commit suicide. Money can divide. Money is not what you think it is. Having money is not going to put you really at ease. On the contrary, you'll have fewer friends and more creatures showing their hands. Claws, guns, and deadly weapons. Money will not send you to the heavens. Money is dirty and evil. Money is a sick devil. Money and women don't mix, just like alcohol and driving. Having hush money is not a quick fix, but a dangerous way to go down the raven. Money is not what you think it is. Having money is not going to put you really at ease. Money exists to be spent, to buy food, clothes, and to pay for the rent. Be careful with money. Money is not a faithful honey. Thank you.
Oh, sir, money is not a faithful honey. She comes and goes faster than bees can flap their wings. Unmute yourself, give it up for Poetastic.
That was nice. That was nice, Eddie, because like that poem, like money is not your honey at all. You're right. You know, like money dissipates easily and it cannot buy you love. The people that actually love you for who you are, they are not people that have money. They are people that are so poor that they can only give so much love to you because they have nothing. One love.
Love does not come with a price tag. Because as my brother Zokoto said, right, it's the poor people that have it to give the most, which would then make it priceless, would it not? The penny saved and the penny earned, man. Like that's a generational thing right there. Like I feel like only certain folks understand that and have heard that, right? And the people in this building have heard that, and then we all recognize it's just like, yeah. And he said the penny earned, no doubt about it. In the money piece, right? That line, man, that's another one, right? Money was blessed by the devil. Come on, man, that's just heavyweight work right there. Money will not send you to the heavens. Having hush money is not a quick fix. Listen, I mean, clearly the former president is learning that that's not a quick fix. Appreciate you, Eddie. Make sure you are plugging in with Eddie Foreman. That cat is all kinds of dope. And I appreciate you for staying dedicated to who you are. Appreciate you, Eddie. All right. Coming up next, listen, I never know what this cat's going to do. I always appreciate him for coming through. And I am now just calling it the Baba experience, right? Author of I Didn't Come Here to Tap Dance. And I promise you, he never does. The one and only Baba Ngoma in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
What's up, y'all? I put my info in the chat already. I only got one poem, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to create what I call a soundscape. A soundscape is music, but it doesn't really have a melody and stuff like that. But and I'm gonna build it right here, right now. Here we go. This is Yadaki, otherwise known as a didgeridoo. You know that, right? So this toy here is called Hand Pan Tongue Drum. Statue of Liberty is pissed. She's got "Give me your tired, your poor" tattooed at her feet. But originally, there were chains around her ankles. They still remain. That's why Trumple Skin Thin has the nerve to say immigrants ruined the country. I guess he cut class when the truth was told that we are oppressed nationalities. The world is full of oppressed nationalities. War is profitable, so the dispossessed still struggle to own their own tomorrow. Ignorance tried to crucify democracy, but she refuses to die. So we're at the dollar store where everything costs $2, wondering how much this balloon of inflation can stand before it explodes. And I'm thinking about a world without TV. There are so many starving, displaced from their homes by the rocket's red glare, who never knew what Xbox was like. Now the children are quick on the trigger finger, practicing for a never-ending war. When the world is demolished, yesterday will never be again, struggling for existence as we ponder what the future might be. Since a world war seems inevitable, the news makes revelations seem like a fairy tale, and everyone is depending on hope. But hope is lost, destroyed in Gaza, as professional victims act like Hitler. The Fourth Reich seems like a house party, and Armageddon is much more than a Bible story waiting for reality. Maybe Elijah was right.
You sure you done? Are you sure you're done? I'm just making sure because I don't want to interrupt the set in any way possible. You good?
I'm good.
All right. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba and Gloom.
Baba, thank you,
Yes.
brother.
That's
Oh,
Thank
fantastic.
you.
yo,
That's
La
so
Ngoma is on that level. And you know, because that name means something so much in my Zulu language, Ngoma, you are a song, man. One love.
Excellent. Awesome. Just wow.
You
Wow.
inspire me so much in Goma.
Always look
It's
forward,
great, Ngoma. Always amazing.
always look forward to it.
The dollar store, $2 line. Oh man, that was crazy. I love that.
Always look forward to your performance.
Thank you.
So listen, I love when y'all do that. I really do. That's why I let it go down, because again, you hear me, but I need you to hear your colleagues tell you how dope you are. Right? How we're all at the corner looking around for like, yo, can I get some more of that? I need some more of that, man. For real. Your soundscape was amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 5 instruments that time. And I know at least 2 of them I haven't seen before. So you continue to take it somewhere else. And he's absolutely right. If you don't know, folks in the Zoom world, the streaming world, originally there were chains at her ankles, and remnants of them are still there. But this is the 3rd iteration of what you see today. We are oppressed nationalities. Factamundo. War is profitable. Hence the reason Marvin said, war is hell. When will it end? When will people start getting together? Ignorance tried to crucify democracy. Come on, man. Come on, man. Right? Thinking about the world without TV. You started trying to start a revolution, sir. Practicing for a never-ending war. Yeah, they are. The Fourth Reich seems like a house party. Maybe Elijah was right. You're incredible, sir. Thank you. Hence the reason it's called the Ngoma Experience, because he does that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Man, like you. Shout out to the gods and the earths, man. For real. Like these two are just so amazing. We'll get to the earth second. We'll get to the gods. Listen, y'all are amazing. Coming up next. Shout out James Spoken Word. Shout out I'll Be on Bass. Shout out Word Jamming. If you don't know Word Jamming, plug into Word Jamming. I had the pleasure of going to hang out at Word Jamming recently. And this cat happened to be a part of a fearsome foursome lineup. And if you are unfamiliar with the Jedi Master, he's definitely about to teach you something in the form of poetic sound, because he breaks poetic sound barriers for a living. The one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, bienvenidos. It's great to be here again. Thanks, Elemental, for the intro. Ngoma, I'm still waiting for the people next door to get evicted so I can move in there. Just have one thing to do. It's kind of tangential to theme. There's a title to this unthink. I want to skip the telelectric orifice of common sense across public spheres, flat glassine surface, hyperventilating contemptuous lies proposed as newsworthy. Information's gullible hereafter in waiting room at the train station to ambiguity sneezes with certainty, a contradiction in character traits faithful belief cannot deliver from eternal hoodwink. Devolutionary social failings yank self-respect from privileged righteousness, motherly hate group of constituents, an appalling Darwinian paragon fit for display on Museum of Outrageous Plaza, an effort to install sanctity in regressive political philosophy expels appreciation from meaning anything but vindictiveness. If it was not for structural oppression on a global scale, tomorrow would come naked of told you so. Listening backwards, happenstance explains, stare worn by eyes, astonishment reveals at first communion in the economy of whiplash. Either or puts a standstill to knowing for sure. Either or puts a standstill to knowing for sure. So do not count on being clear in your own mind about what to say regarding the decision you made to just remain immobile and experience not really knowing. If what is called beauty is descendant of the ideal, it will depend on instantaneous recognition to plumb the silent lesson you internalized prior to your first monosyllable. About nonsense? About nonsense, putting things right in the order of metaphysical balance, only waiting for unhuman determinants is known. What clicks between two thoughts then, instead of being in the moment, is one more multiple universe proliferating omnidimensional fun facts about the disempowering, unsympathetic force of nature known as time. I'm happy. I'm happy. I am happy to be lost in the possible, because infinity is part of letting go. Whoa. You can outcount me with numbers. Try it. You cannot count me with numbers. Unpredictability is the different outcomes that unreally only stand for each guess about the diamond facets of truth. Put this all away in a constative that has no instructions for who you should be within the equation of its rhetoric. The nihilism of having accepted dull everyday life with its misdirections and mistaken priorities is normality. The paycheck proposes to compromise with sanity and relegate, how are you? How are you? How are you? To imperfect grammar allowed, because there is just not anything different to be had. I'm sure you felt that before. Will we ever overcome the soul nausea that bluffs us with a diminished version of humanity? Will we ever overcome the soul nausea that bluffs us with a diminished version of humanity? Your face abducted by a parasitic menu of tiny little yellow circles, that imposter deep emotions now squelched by sub-program of control. A kind of digital spirit amputation, a kind of digital spiritual amputation. Do not wait on the entire world to throw itself out for knowing better. Rediscover your original self, hey. Transform the shape of this world the way you do when you come here every Thursday night. Transform the shape of this world the way you do every night you come here. Just keep on taking your own advice.
I told you. I tried to warn you about the Jedi Master before he started. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skip.
Oh, yes, Paul. Thank you,
Paul.
man. Taking
Yes.
Oh, Paul Skiff.
Paul Skiff is different.
Very,
Paul
very.
Skiff is just different,
very
you know,
different.
and you know you could vouch for him because he was there in the beginning of all of this. So Paul Skiff is different, just a different dude. One love, Paul.
Facts. Paul Skip is different. In every sense of the word, different. Magnifying every letter of the word different. And listen, his energy is real. His energy is that real. If you ever get a chance to meet Paul Skip in person, his energy is that real. He said contemptuous lies portrayed as newsworthy. This dude, right, cannot deliver from the eternal hoodwink. Of course not. I got you. I got you, Concrete. Darwinian paragon, meaning anything but vindictiveness. Come on. Either or puts a standstill on knowing for sure. Right? You gotta, putting things right in order of metaphysical balance. I am happy to be lost in the possible. You cannot count me with numbers. And he mentioned a digital spiritual amputation. As my man Zonkonto said, just different. Appreciate you, Jedi Master, for all that you do, for maintaining with us, for being such a pillar of our community. Truly appreciate you. One more incredible artist, and we're going to pass it to RMT. Coming up next, a newer member of our community, but I'm telling you, she is coming to slay. And that is what she does every time she comes to read. The one and only Bonnie Soloway in the building. It is great to see you. Let these folks know where they can find you. Please take it away.
So much. I'm still living on the aura from a couple weeks ago. I shared it with some of my friends, and they absolutely were blown away by this particular group. In addition to my work, I just want to tell you all that, and especially Elemen2al, they were just really blown away by it. So I loved it. This week is a little bit different. It was part of my Rage series that I get out and sort of update. So it's called Right Rage. Seeds of rage sprouted in my soul since 2016, when half our country embraced a man of dubious deeds and means. A man of immoral gluttony, psychopathically aligned, reversed our social mores with his mobster state of mind. Like Eden's famous serpent, he served forbidden fruit from trees, laced with lies so many swallowed, ignoring warnings and desperate pleas. The Trump tsunami raced through towns, crushing ethics and truth to stone, flushing justice down the drain from a fake gold-plated throne. A self-anointed righteousness rendered dialogue all but dead. The powerful binge on greed while we all choke on dread. No more civil disagreement in this winner-take-all game. The nasty ticks of lies and hatred burrow deep with lasting pain. Greed's addictive foothold keeps amassing all it needs, redefining we the people, bending democracy to its knees. Will we till new lands and gardens where our republic can be saved, or stay blinded to the destiny a serpent's rotten ways have paved? The end.
Serpent's rotten. Listen, Bonnie, come on. Listen. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bonnie Soloway.
Bonnie, you named the snake.
Yes, Bonnie.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lovely, 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 beautiful.
Encore, encore, encore.
that was biting into the point. Biting into the point. Seriously, so. Not one word wasted.
Thank you. Thank you. It's too bad.
I'm sorry, Bonnie. Coming back at you, please. Coming back at you, please.
I just said it's just too bad that it's sort of the truth and it's year after year. So anyway, that was all. Just my own thoughts. But thank you so much.
Of course. Listen, it's important. It's important that we address the things that are necessary to us, right? The things that go unseen, the things that go unheard, right? This is why we have been charged with what we've been charged with, to do these things, to say these things, right? Even if it has to come out in a Rage series, right? Eventually, people love the Hulk. And he is rage incarnate, right? It happens. Sometimes when you express yourself through rage, you get to a level of truth, right? That you're talking about this immoral gluttony, right? His mobster state of mind, right? With his self-anointed righteousness, right? Under greed's addictive foothold. That's just unfortunately, that's what we're gonna have to deal with. And their debate is coming up soon. It's coming, folks. Be prepared. Be worried, but be prepared. Appreciate you, Bonnie. Truly. All right, before we move on, I'm gonna pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoom burst, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. Ron, how you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay. Thank you so much, Elemental, here on this Thursday before Memorial Day, which is a holiday in the United States where we are zooming from. I'm zooming in from the Bronx. Elemental is zooming in from a little further west, but the Nuyorican Poets Cafe brings us all together. And Memorial Day, I looked it up because, sometimes we forget. Yes, it's for some of us, it's the unofficial start of summer. It is also a holiday to remember the military personnel who have died in the U.S. Army. But we do have at least 2 veterans that I know of here within our Zoom session, which are our host, Elemental, and our wonderful poet, CP May. So I'm so glad that you are still with us here, and, we can hear your poetry. And you are fighting a different war right now, the war of words, which is, in my opinion, that's how we should fight wars throughout the world. So poetry unites us all here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. So thank you, Elemental. Hello, everyone. I am Ron Mark Thompson. I am the tech assistant here in the background, assisting Elemental on the tech end, and I also work as one of the program and operations assistants in the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which at the moment is closed. Our building is being reconstructed by New York City. They have granted us money, and they are using that money themselves to do the actual reconstruction. But as you are aware, we are continuing our programs offsite at other venues throughout the city or online, like this wonderful online open mic every Thursday evening. If you are not yet on our mailing list and you would like to receive emails, in case you're not subscribing to social media, my colleague Jasmine, she is the one who collects all the data, all the upcoming events, and she puts it into a neat, wonderful e-blast every first of the month. If for any reason you are not yet on our mailing list, if you're on a live stream, just pause it, scan the QR code, and I will put the link in the Zoom chat in a few minutes as well. And what I'm going to do now is I want to give a shout out to my other program colleagues, Cap and Paul, because they put together our upcoming events for each week on our social media. So instead of telling you what we have coming up for the next several weeks, months, I'm going to tell you what is coming up specifically in the next 7 days. Because this weekend, even though it is Memorial Day weekend, we are participating in the Lois Cider Festival, which is organized by the Lois Cider Center. Lois Cider is the Spanish name for Lower East Side in Manhattan, New York, where the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is located. The festival is outdoors, is a street festival on Avenue C from East 5th Street all the way to East 12th Street. There will be vendors there, artwork, food, merchandise, community organizations. Our table will be between 7th and 8th Street. So look for us this Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, from 12 to 5 in the Lower East Side. And during the festival, in addition, to everything that's going on right next to our table, I will be emceeing and hosting an open mic marathon from 1 to 4 p.m. And that one is free. You can come sign up and, perform your poetry. Or if Ngoma comes, I'm sure he can bring 1 or 2 instruments with him. We'll let him rock out as well. So come on out for this. Yes, this this flyer on the left still says that our booth is located between 5th and 6th, but earlier today we will move to between 7th and 8th, but it's okay. It's 7 streets. You know, just check out all the different vendors there. And if you happen to walk by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe's table, we will welcome you. And in addition to that, there will also be a garden activation on 9th Street and Avenue C. It's in one of the plazas and community gardens. That one is at 4 p.m. And that one will be hosted by Matthew Marroquin. You all know him. He's guest hosted here, one of our online open mics last year, and he's been with us at workshops and Voices and Vibes. So at 4 p.m., some of our staff, Cab, Jasmine, Emily, will be joined by guest performers, and we will be they will be performing poetry at the garden activation. And yes, it is dedicated to Palestine, and Goma song actually reminded me of that, and I put that flyer in just 5 minutes ago just to make sure that we are all aware of it. And we will be collecting donations, not for us, for the cafe, but any money that is donated to our account on Sunday at the festival will be given to the World Central Kitchen and Doctors Without Borders, so it can benefit the people in Palestine. So that's FYI for you guys. And even though it is Memorial Day weekend, and even though Monday is the actual Memorial holiday, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe staff will not be resting. No, we will continue our Nuyorican Bowery Slam at the Bowery Poetry Club, 7 p.m. It will be hosted by DJ Luna. Yes, it is a weekly poetry slam all the way through the end of the year, no matter if it's a holiday. Labor Day will be there, Memorial Day. You can come, sign up. You can get your tickets online through our website or pay at the door, 7 p.m. on Monday. Next Tuesday, the reason I put this flyer here, last month we released 4 episodes of Beatniks on the Road just to catch up, and because it was National Poetry Month, this month we have gone back to a monthly release of Beatniks on the Road every last Tuesday of the month. The 4th episode, and all the episodes, you can watch them for free on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. In the last episode, Elemen2al and CP Mays were joined by Black Wildflower. And this coming Tuesday, we will release the 5th episode, which will feature poets from Baltimore, Maryland. So check that out on our YouTube channel and Facebook page, all for free. Now, this is not free. This is a ticketed event. That's on Wednesday, the 29th. Sol Preem will host his open mic. Usually it's on the 4th Wednesday of the month, but because the Lois Cider Center was preparing for the Lois Cider Festival, we moved it to the 5th Wednesday. So next week on May 29th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lois Cider Center, music, comedy, poetry, storytelling, all is welcome. If you cannot be in New York City, watch the live stream or watch the recorded video that will put up a few weeks thereafter. And also a side note, the following week, June 5th, is the 1st Wednesday of the month, and Felicia will return to host the Women Orator Wednesday every 1st Wednesday of the month at the Lois Cider Center. And next week is a busy week. On the 30th, on Thursday, in addition to the online open mic, we also will have an in-person event. It's the workshop showcase, the writing workshops that we held at Studio One last year and this winter and spring has ended. So we're going to do a showcase of workshop participants, and we're also sending off our Nuyorican Slam team, because this is the first time since 2018 that we have put together a powerful slam team, and they will be going in mid-June to the Southern Fried Poetry Slam in Florida. So if you want to see them in action and you want to hear their poetry slam for free, you can come on Thursday next week, 6 p.m. at the La Sala de Pepe Gallery, which is on Avenue C, 73 Lois Cider Avenue. which is Avenue C, which is at East 5th Street. So 6 p.m., come on by. Paul Concasso will be there as well, Emily, and many other poets. So come on by for this. And Friday is the last Friday of the month, not tomorrow, but next week, May 31st. That's when we will hold our final Friday Slam, hosted by Tony McPherson, consisting of winners from the Monday Poetry Slams, plus anyone else who would like to slam. You can put your name in the lottery ticket at the event. We also will have a feature, Amanda Shear, and our DJ will be Luna Rosa. Yeah, she is our DJ on Fridays, and she alternates hosting duties with J Rose on Mondays. Luna will be with us on Monday hosting the Poetry Slam at Bowery on Memorial Day. The following week, it'll be J Rose's turn. And mentioning of the National Slam Team, thank you everyone who has contributed and donated to us. If you want to donate and help our Slam Team, it's the same link, nuyorican.org/contribute. We welcome anything, we appreciate you guys, because when we send them there, we obviously have to pay for food, for hotel, and, the travel to get there though. So here are all the links, our social media website, Linktree, contact information. If you go to our website, you can also get merchandise, or again, come to the Lois Cider Festival. We will have a booth there this Sunday, and we will be selling hats and t-shirts. I will put all that information into the chat as well. But right now, I would like to get back to our open mic, because coming up next is Ike Waltz. Thank you so much, Ike, for your email last night. I'm glad we were able to iron out the issue. I really appreciate your support. You guys, you know how much it means for us. Ike, you are a wonderful participant here each week. Let everyone know where we may find you, and then go ahead. The next minutes are all yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Ron. Waiting for Memorial Day. My 2 cents are called Le Petit Requiem, prelude. When music speaks like words, when words taste like tears, it is so hard to walk away from treasured memories. Every kiss, every hug, every promise was bliss. Why? Searching questions, changing you painfully, slowly. Memories are so hard to please. Silence is weeping. Guns make it so easy to kill. When the virus defies science and a mask identifies the living, when politicians rearrange words and reality keeps staring into the abyss of broken men, when that relentless canon perpetuum mobile is burdened with the good and evil of history, what chance does future hold? Verse 1, childhood. When I woke, windows black, the sound of a Spitfire, I giggled under the bed. When I woke, windows black, the living counted the dead. Little Elsie, now buried under a dandelion, a broken heart faded that day into memory of mine. Verse 2, thoughts on a bicycle. The 1% creates a war. The 99% follow into war. The 99% counts the dead. The 1% count their winnings. The 99% tend to forget. The 1% plan ahead and tell us that 56% of the 99% want to go to war. As for the odd 44%, we call them takers. Profit or losses, we can manage. No numbers for collateral damage. Let's forget the veteran. Why should we care as little or no taxes are there? After all that crying, dying, and dead. Remember, 99% of bicyclists do not stop and run that light called red. And now They complain if they are all dead. Verse 3. No ticker tape parade for me. Hero for a cause because I was there. Not for you, but for why. Nobody will ask, how have you been? You don't hear me. I can't be seen. Lost my voice. I did not come back, but torn pieces and half a dog tag attached to a black body bag. Just for a somber moment, the media reports a number, rank, a name, age, hometown, and state between me and forgotten others, so very dead. Forever manufactured empathy, not even sad. Just an inconvenient interruption, prayers timed in dollars per seconds, followed by a cheerful, juicy, tasty Big Mac burger, TV advertising. So sad. And then, man, no ticker tape parade for me. Verse 4. The sniper. Killed or to be killed is a precision killing game. Blooded medals hiding in camouflage. Numbers have no mothers, and others are to blame. I guess it's time to sleep if I can. I can hear the sniper's final salute. I killed them all. So just about only brothers weeping for me. Medals shine ever so proud now that I'm sleeping well. All bullets went to hell. Verse 5, collaterals. Little girls born in September raped by expected collateral in December. Heads are chopped, innocents slaughtered and dropped with permission from God. Don't even try to cry. There are no tears, but dark silence is buried deep in our ignorance. You will find no graves in a choreographed cemetery. No medals for bravery a veteran can show. Who wants to know? Who wants to know? Soldiers take it all, civilians take the fall. Scorched earth cannot remember collateral damage, a crime so calculated, so legitimated. Martyrs for the enemy mob, exploited by the hypocrites, culpable are the sacred gods. It is so hard to please treasured memories. Verse 6. Missing in action. How can I write to you about me and what I do? How do I even know where I am? If I only knew, I would send a letter to my darling, you. I disintegrated into mere time. So let it be. Rest your mind. Wherever I am in your heart. Remember, however far I am, I miss you. I am fine. Verse 7. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Trained to obey, yes, sir. Trained to kill, yes, sir. Now discharged, I'm lost. Yes, sir. Broken will, broken heart. Some salute as if I was smart. I'm not what I was. I am no more. I cannot see. I cannot walk. I cannot touch. I cannot talk. I cannot sleep without that, yes, sir. Who am I? And I can't even weep. Meet the beggar, homeless, on your cruel street. Yes, sir. Verse 8. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. We are born to love this ka-ching ring. The economy of war, so humane, so insane. War is a racket. In God we trust. Every dollar says you must. Say no more. Ka-ching. Say no more. Yes, verse 9. The IED dog, a creation by God, man's best friend, unable to pray, unable to take a side, but loyal to whoever fed his last bite. A last successful sniff, a hit, a shot, woof, and in a horrendous, violent poof, a soldier lost his devoted friend. Verse 10. the waiting. Nobody talked about love. Nobody kissed anymore. Everybody locked at the door, waiting for that letter telling you, my love is coming home. No more. Telling our children, Daddy has lost the war. Nobody talked, nobody kissed, nobody locked the door, hoping that Daddy is showing up with a big smile, like before. Verse 11, for they to be dead. It's such a pity that we consider old-fashioned war again. It's such a pity those past horrors are so easily forgotten. I hate history as it repeats itself. It seems our gods get bored, tally prophets you can't imagine, long forgotten, long decayed are the blooded heroes. Long exhausted are monotonous prayers and neatly lined up millions of timeless crosses, as if they could wake in a dance, as if ghosts always whitewash a cruel past. So again, we talk war, and as we have run out of yester pain, as if we cannot remember the smell of raging guns, the loss of fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, daughters, and sons. And for me, I rather go to the beach or dance. Verse 12. Ave Caesar morituri te salutant. Hail, Mr. President! We who are about to die salute you, and then the blessed gods want to be entertained. But what will they do? Once the gladiators are all gone, what will the gods do? Our last mourning, our last cry, our last sigh, requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine. At least give us eternal rest, O Lord. Verse 13, genocide. The deliberated killing of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Holocaust. Destruction or slaughter of people on a mass scale. History does not change people, nor does history change itself. Yet history has a tendency to repeat itself. But we cannot build a future without hope. Look what happened to us. Always a mere level of pain, whoever us may be. And we repeat, never again may speak wishful truth, but history we cannot trust as evil exists. It's our universal sin that must be fought deep inside of us, deep inside the religions, deep inside the you and me. Verse 14, sarcasm at home. A gun shoots around in a second and kills. We all agree, responders turn up in minutes. It's good time, they say. The gun, our voice, to protect freedom. The Second Amendment confirmed. So let's talk. Let's keep on talking as long as we kill. At least we keep on talking, our politicians say. Schools now heroic fortresses, the curriculum, how to survive, weaponized teachers on the shooting range, playgrounds where children load their toy guns faster than time. Verse 15, through thought and prayers. Shareholders, silence keeps cashing in. Teary eyes on TV, thoughts and prayers down in the convenience of let's move forward, they say once again. And we pray and pray and pray again and again for the soon to be forgotten dead of yesterday. A routine that lost its meaning, our flag on half-mast, or is it half-staff? A nation observes mourning by design. The living many who don't know the difference anymore are fearful, sleepless, restless, imprisoned in our naked beds. Only today I watched a bunch of toddlers digging the beaches, testing the cold waters of Monterey. I just could not help thinking, will there be next? Even these, my sarcastic words, are so damn hollow. I sound ever so deadly, as nothing will really change. Thank you.
You know, I try to tell y'all that the storytellers were in the building, and Ike Waltz just freaking proves it. Unmute yourself, give it up for Ike. Whoa!
Oh, Ike, man, that was epic and amazing.
Yes.
All those
Beautiful
numbers,
poetry,
like,
Ike.
because that's what politicians look. They look at numbers, but don't realize people. So that was powerful. It's amazing how you're giving your 2 cents and everyone else is giving their 2 cents today, literally. So figuratively. So that's wow, amazing.
Numbers have no mothers.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, Ike, it just blew my mind.
It's like it leaves you speechless. It leaves you speechless. Just wow.
Each and every time. And the problem is, this is why I like to call him the Vincent Price of poetry. His voice is so calm, so relaxed, so comfortable, and he's hitting you with these Stephen King-esque kind of stories that are putting your mind in a blender and serving you a margarita. Like, it's so cool and refreshing. You're incredible. Really. 44% of the 66%, right? Returning with half a dog tag. Yeah. Measured in dollars per second, right? The TV advertising. There's no ticker tape parade for a dead man. Oh no. Oh no. I can hear the sniper's final salute. Now that I'm sleeping, all the bullets went to hell. Scorched earth can't remember, right? Whenever I am in your heart. Now discarded, I am lost. Yes, sir. That was one of the things that had me thinking against retiring from the military. I heard at the time that I was in. Person who does 20 years in the military, their life expectancy afterwards is 5 years. Because they are used to exactly what you just said, sir. War is a racket, no doubt. Smell of raging guns. I'd rather go to the beach too. Facts. Oceanside Beach. Shout out Oside. Shout out to Tri-City. Like, for real, I'd rather go to Oceanside Beach, no doubt. I love how you said that. It sounds like a merry band of Marines. It sounds like a march of soldiers. Honestly. We who are about to die salute you. Like, that's just heavy. And if you've ever been around the smell of gunpowder and firing tanks, you understand what that means. I appreciate you. Truly. Make sure you are also showing your love to Ron Mark Thompson. Honestly, we would not be able to do what we do without Ron Mark Thompson. Shout out to BX. That dude is all kinds of incredible, man. Seriously. All right. Coming up next, I mentioned the gods and the earth. Listen, this incredible planet with all of her divine femininity continues to come through and share her magic with us. I am always appreciative to be in your presence again for the gods and the earth. The one and only Oshun Yoyen is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. You can find me in the usual places, Facebook, Instagram. I do want to respond, though, to the thing about those who teach can't do. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, because you cannot possibly teach if you're not extremely proficient in whatever it is, I don't care whether it's math, I don't care if it's history, I don't care whether it's art, you have to be able to do that. And I sent you a quote by Khalil Gibran. The quote is, you don't really tell anybody anything. You wake up in them the space that will allow them to open the door and move forward into their own. And you can't do that unless you yourself are proficient. You can't do it unless you yourself are proficient. And I've taught, and those of us who have taught and continue to teach, I teach off and on. I've never quite finished. We teach because we love it. And so many other teachers I've talked to, one of the things that we live for, especially when we're teaching young people, for me it's high school, is that light bulb that we watch go off when they get it. And then all the good things that follow that light bulb. So no, if you can't do, you just can't do. You can't teach either, period. Period. A lot of people choose to teach because that's what they want to do. We live for that light bulb going off. Now I do both. I teach and I do both. I'm a photographer, I teach that. I'm a poet, I teach that. But there's other than a standing ovation, there's very little that replaces watching the light go off in a student's eyes and watching them run with it and excel after that. So whoever said that didn't like teachers, period. Anyway, I don't really have a title for this poem, and it's an old poem. I never had a title for it, but here we go. An announcement from heaven to earth. You don't understand the omnipresence of divinity, as above, so below, on earth as it is in heaven. Your outer space is a reflection of your inner void. There is no double helix stairway from the realm to the realm of the gods. Not your spaceships, not your rush to develop artificial intelligence and singularity that does nothing to compensate for your natural stupidity, cultivated greed, and blind insensitivity. Intelligence is not consciousness. And Earth says that your consciousness has been asleep for ages. An announcement from Earth to mankind. There is no way to extract all of my treasures. Not your oil wells that pierce my core and desecrate my waters. You have missed my real depths. Not your drills that steal my colors, gold, silver, emerald, sapphire, ruby, amethyst. You don't see my real beauty, nor do you understand my real power. I can purge myself. I've done it before. Remember the dinosaurs and the Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal people? Ancestral markers were left to warn you. They speak of fire, flood, wind. In another few millennia, I can make beings even better than you. Evolution, revolution, and recreation are my tools. Listen, my tears are running dry, and my temper grows hot. Do you not feel it? That's it.
Oh, listen, when your tears start running dry, it's a problem. Unmute yourself, give it up for Oshu, yo,
Oh, that's
yeah.
That
amazing.
ending had me like grabbing, like, wait, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Neither was I, Ange. Neither was I, Ange. For real, I was not ready.
Oh,
It's just, I was looking one day and I was seeing all the horrible things. And I have another poem along this line, but it really talks about all of our inhumanity and how those bloodstained sacrifices on the earth weren't asked for and are not accepted. But I'll read that piece another time. It's just, I was just looking at everything. We're just treating the earth so horribly. And this is sacred. All of our ancient cultures are telling us how sacred the earth is, and we've lost it. And we think that our technological advancement is going to replace everything. That's not consciousness.
Yeah,
Wow.
what I liked about that so much is that you circumvented how disconnected people have become from the earth
Yeah.
to be able to just listen to it, you know, which was a lot of the focus in what you were saying. So it
Yeah.
goes beyond the kind of commonplace awareness.
And how it's happened before, the Neanderthals and all that.
Mm.
Ah,
Mm.
So listen, again, this is what I love about our community, right? Because everyone hears something different, right? When a line comes at you and it jumps in your ear and you got that earworm, and it's just like, ooh, it's just, it's so delightful, right? I love that what you said, Oshun Yo Yen. It is the perfect rebuttal, right? Those who can, actually, I believe it's the opposite. Those who can teach, those who can't do something else. We live for the light bulb going off. And that's like when you see that, you'll understand why good teachers do what they do. It is that, right? You mentioned your outer space is a reflection of your inner voice. I love that line. Some people do rush to cultivate AI because they're tired of using their own brain. Intelligence is not consciousness. I will say AI is not intelligence. AI is not consciousness. AI is regurgitation. My tears are running. My tears are running because so many folks are comfortable allowing AI to think for them. And so I ask my students, when AI is decided that they're going to tell you what to do, make decisions for you, are you going to listen? Shall see. We shall see. Thank you, Oshun Yoyen, for being a dedicated educator and a dedicated poet, and for rotating around the planet that is the Baba. I appreciate you both. All right, coming up next, all the way out across the pond where it's wicked late, I promise you, the most eloquent writer I know, standing in front of a sunset, the one and only lantern carrier in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Lantern. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you. It's in the chat. And yes, I'm standing in front of a sunset. I like that poem. The cost of a penny dates back centuries. And indeed, this coin continues to represent value to me, as it did for so many countries. A penny wise and a pound foolish is an idiom used to show its value or demerits, the way money can be used to weave one's way through thriftiness or a failed transaction. To save up the pennies, only to spend unwisely on needless things, does not reflect the height of wisdom, especially in a world where market forces, accompanied by external conflicts, has demanded so much more from the folds of my meager pockets. For my 2 cents worth, I see everything with the light of wisdom, just as when night comes, the moon and stars sparkle and dance, pitch darkness dissipates, illuminating the way to the incandescent heavens. I carefully scrutinize the senses. What I see, read, hear, feel, smell, taste, and analyze may sometimes give me distorted perceptions of deliberately veiled truths. One walking for long hours in an arid desert can easily see an oasis, when in fact it's a mere mirage. In the same way, photographs, like spin, can be a medium of modern gadgets purposefully designed to enslave me. Agenda, O lantern, agenda. The callous lobbies speak only for the travails of ego and supremacy to rear their ugly heads like mad elephants running amok with a very poor sense of the soul's vision of love. But their mirrors are tainted by avarice. For my 2 cents worth, speak if you must, but with prudence, for kindred faces may sometimes be the mask that corporates wear to enhance a special brand of psychology, misinformation or enslavement of ideas which can easily become my prison. When duty beckons, should I serve, yet let me not be burdened? When duty beckons, serve I should, yet let me not be burdened by the chains of expectations. I may be called to honor or sacrifice, yet I know that results lie on the lap of the light eternal, that karma coils around me like snakes, responds only to the alchemist that stokes its fire. Grieve I will, but patient and unaffected, as calm and vast as the ocean's bed, for on top may be a multitude of waves, while down on its aquamarine flow, it is peaceful, serene, still, and vast. I know that the victimizers were once victims, that I spin on this vast wheel of samsara, of endless cycles of transmigration, with fate itself waltzing on my forehead, love awaiting my return from this tiresome wheel. A penny radiates elegance and signifies weaving, reflecting its timeless importance. I am a sojourner, weaving my way through life's struggle as best I can. My 2 cents view is to respond to the call of duty, doing my own optimum and surrendering my results to love. Mountain Carrier, thank you.
Is always just as eloquent as that. I promise you. Unmute yourself. Give it up, Mountain Carrier.
Yes.
We feel that love. Your words, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's one of those lines I want to have on a plaque on my wall, surrendering my results to love.
We need to make a whole bunch of t-shirts with these lines, guys.
Yeah. Come on, Ange, tell them.
We need some Nuyorican poetry line shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I know it's summertime, y'all putting me to work. Golly, man, I got cake.
Come on, I'll help you. I'll help you, Elemental. I got you.
What we should do is every time there's a great line and everyone agrees, we should make a t-shirt out of that, find a way to distribute it, and anyone who buys one, we put the whole thing in a kitty, and then when a new poet comes along, we publish it. Kick it down, kick the can uphill. Watch it roll back down.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that last thing meant, but something about sharing it.
So
make it.
Hold on, because now we're starting the CCR Chagra commune. Listen, listen. But I low key like your idea, man. Like, no, I really do. Clearly, shout out to folks who have their own clothing line. I know how to do these things. Shout out CP Mays. Listen, we can do this. We like you are amongst a plethora of creatives, right? I like your idea, CC. I like the way your creative mind works, sir. It's forward thinking, as we do. So let's wrap. Maybe we need to create a board. You know what I mean? A creative board for design and whoever. I'll holler at you, and of course, RMT. We'll talk. Lantern, what you do, sir, is ridiculously important. Because I think the future needs to be reminded that everyone is not comfortable with a lack of diction. That everyone isn't comfortable with speaking in slang, that people still focus on the word love. And I appreciate you for doing that in such an eloquent way, right? A penny wise and pound foolish. Shout out to Magus. I think he's the only other cat that I've ever heard say that. Weave one's way through thriftiness. Man, and maybe that was why it was called JC Penney's, because we were all broke at that time, right? Like everybody was poor, like illuminating the way to clandestine heaven. This dude purposefully enslaving. Their mirrors are tainted by avarice. Let me not be burdened by the chains of expectations. What? I want all of you, real quick, last line. I want all of you to think about how you would say that. Right? So we were all talking about lines and making shirts, right? I like this one, and I would love to see what your interpretation is. And those may be the shirts that we need to make, right? If we give each other a line and everybody wears another line from another poet, that would be kind of sick. He said, let me not be burdened by the chains of expectations. I know the victimizers were once victims. Love awaiting my return from the tireless wheel. Listen, let's just thank you, Lantern, for doing what you do, for staying up wicked late, for staying a committed, true member of our community. We truly appreciate you, sir. All right. We are down to the final 6 poets of the actually that's 5. Final 5 poets of the guaranteed list. And so far we have 2 on the good luck round. Shout out Sri Lal, who was in the building. Shout out Marlon Thompson. Shout out Frog Corpse in the building. Dude's on point. All right. Coming up next, this cat right here. Where'd he go? There he is. Continues to come through. Again, always finds his way to toward the end of the list. Whether he's standing up most of the time, which he is, his energy is always felt. The one and only Prince of P in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It's always great to see you. Come on, take it away. Hold up. Yeah. You thought he might have thought that I was just gonna like bypass that, man. Nah, he ain't gonna get past. Yo, what happened to the locks, brethren? What happened?
They cut him off.
What sparked it, man? What was the turning point?
It was too much. I need to cut it off.
Wow. So tell us how you feel now. How much? First, 2 things. First, how long did you have? How much time did you have on your locks? And now, how do you feel after cutting them? And please take it away from there.
I think about maybe 5 years, 4 years.
Good stuff, man. And how do you feel now after cutting them?
Pretty good.
Good. Shared a lot of things. All right, man. Take it away.
The poem is called A Life Fully Lived. I haven't fully lived yet. Busy piling up debt. Still, I try to be the homie. Some days are a pacifying saunter on warm hugs at the beach. Rough edges on me. They're super glued on. Their feelings are Velcro. Between the marshes of the Baston where my feelings live, a feeling of wonder growed there. I know what I want. How long does it take to loosen the door? I won't know until I have lived a full life. I would read more. Anonymous faces climb from the vertically cracked crevices on the solid cement ground. His breath is similar to a peppermint, cold, cool, and chill. There's a beauty in the mystery of it all. It brings attention that directs planets of eyes to it. They stick like plaster posters on walls. Mystery facial features are plaintive in their silence. Anonymous faces speak volumes. Echo of another life. Living the echo of another life in another time. Sweltering, spinning, dizzy, induced heat, crumbling my black body. It was the bitter wine of the peonage hours. No fields don't play. They burn and sleeve. Little tally-side cuts on these artisan hands, most likely caused by those white, puffy balls. Or I might have been a gracious griot who greeted with their magical, potional words to her, the faithful fans. These past lives I could have lived. Now I'll read one more. Green characters flashing before the black screen. Green characters radiate from the screen. I'll start over again. The green characters flashing before the black sky. Green characters radiate from the screen. It's morphin time. The Rangers fight the soon-to-be partner in crime before he was one of them. Robin Williams played in the green planet called Flubber. Green vegetables, green plantains. Unbeknownst to many, they carry H2O. And you know, green in the air, collard green eye hit good in the face. People are plantains and need to develop first before being digestible for love. Green slides on you like a mouse pad. It won't delete you later. Green is a breath. It is human and absorbing the atmosphere with each breath. Green is 90s nostalgic. Colors remind us of things. They draw out memories. For me, they are the past and the present of my life. Thank you.
Yo, green is the color of comfort, man. Like, oh, that dude cut his locks off and he just breaking all the locks now. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Prince of
Great job. Great job.
Christopher.
The thing I love about you, Principe, like it happens just with a specific set of poets that when they read, I'm seeing the words. It's like a movie. I can see the words transpiring as they go. And I'm like, oh, I like not knowing if you write in paragraph prose or like stanzas or whatever, but I'm like, oh, line break. Oh, I know it was a stanza break right there. Like I enjoy hearing you because I can see your words. Like they have character and I enjoy it. So thought you should know.
Yeah, I'm with CP on that. I like your phrasing so much. I kind of realize a lot of times at the end of your lines, you do this technique where you string out the sound of the ending of the last word, and that creates this really wonderful kind of floating pause effect. You know, it's a wonderful rhythm that you create.
Oh my goodness. Like, in case you didn't know, there are some world-renowned poets in our community who are more than happy to become mentors, to critique your poem. we are not here to criticize anyone, right? But the master level folks that we have in this building are very capable and knowledgeable of critiquing poems to help you continue to grow, right? Their critique is on point. And I'm telling you, every time that you read, you're getting stronger, right? Every single time your writing is evolving, your confidence level is growing, right? You mentioned warm hugs at the beach, right? The rough edges on me are super glued on. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a tough one right there, man. For real. That's a tough one, bro. And the second one, I believe you said there's a beauty to the mystery of it all. Yeah. Living the echoes of another life. I think we all have felt like that at some point or another. And the gracious griot, yeah. It's just, we are thankful. The gracious griot is the master. Believe it. In the morphin time, the third piece is morphin time. But I love how you threw in a rest in peace to Robin Williams and Flubber. That was really dope. People are plantains. That's gonna sit with me for a while, man. People are planting. It's gonna sit with me for a while. For real. It is. I'm not sure if you're calling them underripe bananas or tostones. I just don't know. But I love it. Or what do they call them? Cascarones sometimes. Yes, something like that. Appreciate you, Principe. Make sure you continue to come through, man, for real. And the folks will let you know what's going on. Of course, tostones for the Jedi Master. All right, coming up next. Listen, this member of our community has come through, even brought her princess once, but I'm telling you, they are so in this mix now. Like, yo, it's like you're like, is that Cinnamon? And we're like, is that Ange? Yeah, it is. The one and only Angelino. Hey, that is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Ange. It is always great to see you. Please.
I am creating an Instagram with the title of the book that I'm starting to work on called As the Taco Crumbles. So as soon as it's finished setting up, yes, as the taco crumbles, because my Mexican ass needs to just let people be known that I'm Mexican because nobody ever thinks that. So actually I had to take her to the ER last night because she's having migraines ever since the stroke. But she's doing better. So thanks be to all the powers that be. But it's funny that I missed last week because I was sick, but it's funny that the topic tonight is about our 2 cents. So thank you. So here is unnamed. 2 cents, 3 cents, 4. Start counting them as I throw your opinions out the door. You want to give me your 2 cents? When you don't even have 2 nickels to rub together. You want to tell me what you really meant when you said I wouldn't be more than a fucker? You jingle and jangle as you walk on by like your shit don't stink. You're all change, no dollars, to even buy a second of my time to listen to what they think. You can insult me, call me every name, but don't forget to tell the people how with every fuck up you made me this way. Here's your ticket, front row, center stage, to watch how your hate became the crown jewel. Welcome to my coronation. Smell the sage? Good, because I'm cleansing my life of haters like you.
Oh, yeah. Let that all the way sink into your skin, right? Cleansing my life. Haters like you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Angelina.
I love that. You jingle and jangle as you walk on by.
Come on, Joski.
You really gave him a 2 cents. Yes. Wow. Amazing.
It
Take
was
that and
just a
collect
real
it, take it to the bank.
it was just a real you got rid of the barrier between the poem and the healing, right? Just
Yeah.
invoking the sage and so forth. It was really a sweet effect. Power.
Taking away the power from all the negativity and using that to energize, to re-energize things.
You know, somebody used to get down on me for doing really confrontational work and saying I created a lot of anxiety. And I said, you're just looking at it the wrong way. What this thing is a sponge, and it's sucking up all that negativity to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me clarify that. So I have had the luxury of seeing this cat in action. I'm getting to you, Ange. Give me a second. Let me reference what the Jedi Master just mentioned. He said it's a sponge that soaks up bad energy. If you ever get a chance to rock with the Jedi Master, what he's talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jedi Master, what he's talking about is the stage and the microphone. Collects a lot of negative energy. So you have to cleanse it when you come to it. So invoking that sage is cleansing to the microphone. Because the Jedi Master comes through with a spray bottle full of whiskey to purify said stage and said microphone when he steps to it. Right? The only cat in the world I have ever seen do that. But he is committed to doing that. Right? So when you know that people have buried bodies on this stage, you have to bless it. And only few understand that it is that, right? Sometimes the stage is a gallows, right? Where people go to commit all types of suicide. Sometimes it's a doctor's office, you know? However, like the Jedi Master said, when you cleanse that energy, right, just like he does, just like you do, now you're allowing people to come with their fresh perspective and say, this smells like good morning. This smells like I've been waiting to get here. This smells like now I have the confidence to do it. And it's thanks to y'all, and I appreciate you. All right. I promise. I'm be getting all mushy and shit. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. All right. 3 more folks on the guaranteed list and 2 on the good luck round. There's still space if you want to get down. Coming up next, our resident piano man sitting in front of the ebony and ivory. You heard his voice already this evening. He's got the open mic, open room, open mic. This dude, the yesternow, like this dude is all kinds of incredible, man. Like, you don't know CCR Chagra, make sure you plug in and do yourself a favor and listen closely. Come on, CC, you know what it is, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Okay, so it's on Instagram and Facebook. It usually contains the word Arshagra. Sometimes it's C.C. Arshagra. I think that's IG, and then my last name. And then ccrshagra.com is my website I don't take care of. And then there's, the rest of it. So, so tomorrow night I'm going to do my second time in my life. I'm going to play pretty much a music set. I did my first one outside of here, which I'd never done more than 2 songs. I did about a half a dozen last week at Stone Soup. And then I'm going to do a long set tomorrow at Open Minds, Open Mic. So if you can make it out there, and I'm not at the other computer, I'll try and put it in later, but Catalyst made a beautiful little flyer there, and I'll try and get that up on the chat there for you. But Open Minds, Open Mic, you all know about it. So, there's all the things that we do and love. So that's kind of what chose this song. It's not the one that I practiced a lot, but it's actually one of the oldest ones that was originally written on guitar. It's called Sometimes I Feel Like an Angel. And I think it might be Sometimes You Feel Like an Angel. Maybe you'll relate to that the same way. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I did the thing. So that's going to fuck it up. Nope, I did not. That should be better. Testing 1, 2, 3. We got it. Beautiful. Sometimes you feel like an angel. Or a spirit with the trials of form. How you burn or you freeze. Just your fears in the breeze. Or your tears that are melting to learn. Now what an angel is, an angel just might be the ashes of soul lessons that will never die. Like the cost of each moment, or a lifetime gone by, or the silence that sounds like conscious life. Yet to you, I may be nothing present. Maybe just a thought, just a little thought in the script in your head. And no matter what my will, no matter what my will alone says or does, I may just be nothing more than a whisper across your path. Still, this doesn't change how I live here. It doesn't change how I live here. It doesn't change how I live here alone. Alone by the wake Awake to be now, 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 as I live for returning my shared presence of being. And what's not here are just dreams, just dreams to be born. And birth is a light that seems heavy, heavy sometimes. In search of one's next breath of air. Just a breath of air without a war or a fight that cannot find love being. Without balancing. Why? We're all here. So sometimes you feel like an angel. Or a spirit. With the trials of form, how you burn, or you freeze, adjust your fears in the breeze. Or your tears that are melting, to learn. Don't give up.
As we're saying to you, with every chord you play, don't give up. Unmute yourself. Give it up for C.C. Oshagro.
Oh, yeah. Man. I love the conversation between your voice and your piano. Such a back and forth. It's really cool.
I never do it the same here. It happens. Like make it up when I get here. I think it has to do with the poems before it.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's half of what makes it so good.
Yeah.
I like Joski put it so well. And then, I think it was last week or the week before, and Elemental remarked about your footwork too. We don't see that on screen.
I'm trying to take my shoe off sometimes because I think it's a little stompy.
And it's part of it. It's part of the whole.
It's a good thing. I think sometimes
unintentional percussion.
But the good news is I'm working with the transposer now, and the very first song is starting to look like this. It's sheet music. It's on its way.
Wow.
Oh, super.
And I put this down in front of a piano player, and she was a professional from New York, and she could do the melody and the bass, and it's not finished. It's mostly scribed out for the melody right now. I think I will not die. Those notes are in there. And then the piano is just the basic chords, and now he's working on it to put the rest of it in. and then I'm going to do them all little by little.
You count your blessings. You get to work with somebody like that. You know, that's
Yeah, he's Derek is a trippy guy. I know I said something shitty about him last night. That's because I love the guy. He's he's staying alive. He has he's in a wheelchair, big time. You know, he can still use his arms, and he's brilliant. And he's Derek Bossy. He's a character and a half. He's doing that.
well, power of art, you know, keeps so many people alive. It's another part of your circulatory system.
He was my bass player. I was on the radio from 2012 to 2015. Somebody's next, so shut me up. And I used to pick him up at night because he didn't have a lot of places to go. So I would pick him up at 1:30, and I'd be on the radio from 12:30 until 1 in the morning or something like that. And then we go out for breakfast or whatever. I had an hour and a half show or something like that.
So hold on. You need a podcast. Listen. The stories that you have, the insight that you have, the connections that you have. You know why I stopped you? Because people should pay you for that insight. So you should put yourself on a platform where people can pay you to hear those stories. Listen, we could do it. We all want to hear these. Listen, I want to hear them. I want to know what's going on. How did your bass player end up in a wheelchair? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like. And now you said he's a pianist. So, what you do, CC, is incredible, sir. You're the only person I know that can do it. You have leaned all the way into what you do and how you do it, right? You said I may be nothing more than a whisper across your path. But I guarantee it, they will remember that whisper. Appreciate you, CC. Truly. All right. Final 2 folks on the guarantee list, and we've got 3 folks on the good luck round. Coming up next, I mentioned incredible educators. Here comes another one. This incredible poet continues to come through. Shout out, Jules. So glad she is making a full recovery. It really does my heart good. Thank you to all the community who has sent your energy and your prayers to this incredible poet, the one and only Marianne Teft in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Marianne. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. The pleasure is always mine. Good evening, RMT as well, and poet friends, and thank you for the shout out. Where you can find me is sitting right here at the dinner table with my daughter, Julia. Oh, thank you all very, very much for your support through these many months. And I wanted to also pick up the gauntlet that you threw down earlier on to educators, but I know you are one as well. The first thing that crossed my mind as a career Montessori upper elementary teacher is words that my first trainer told us in the very first days in, I guess, the year 2000 when I started as a Montessori teacher. And that was that one of the transformations that we would certainly notice, in addition to those of the children, an important one would be the transformation that we ourselves would make as educators in the classroom. And so when it comes to, those who can't do will teach. The way we think of it in Montessori is that we can't do as much yet as we and the children will do tomorrow. So that's the way we go forward with that. Tonight, thank you. I am on theme, and I would like to give you my 2 cents, but instead, I will ask for yours. Give me your meanest coins, a pair of the lowest denomination, that I may keep them in the folds of my cloak, with the drops of mead that remain in my flask, the rinds of cheese and heels of bread, souvenirs of my final supper on this plain. When you have seen it is my time, take them from my purse and place them upon my eyes, that I may know to reach for them. in the dark of night. If I am allowed to pray, I will beg all gods in every heaven to make them shine like suns in the hollows of my skull, that their faithful light may guide my soul across the river to the place where I will know only fitful rest until you send your dreams to lead me home. Thank you, Elemental. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, like if that is not an inspiration to any and every student, I don't know what is. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Marianne.
Oh, Marianne, that is so beautiful.
You know, I love how you said that. Again, shout out, Jules. Glad that you have made a recovery. Glad that you're able to sit with moms at the table. Love it. Love it. Listen, the transformation. I love how you said that, right? We can't do yet what we'll do tomorrow. That is just a beautiful, just, if you don't mind, the next time that my students come back in the classroom, if you wouldn't mind, I will quote you on that and I will put it on my board. I always have a social media reference, a quote, something like that I try to inspire my students with. And I will definitely be using that one. Listen, give me your meanest coins. Oh, you know, like that just sounds like there's a hip hop artist, member of the Wu-Tang Clan. He calls themselves Hot Nickels, and it's like, yo, like, how do you feel about somebody hitting you with hot nickels? Like, give me your meanest coins. Like, give me your hot nickels. I love that. You know, with the drops of mead that remain in this flask, if I am allowed to pray, right? I will pray to the gods so they will shine like suns in the hollows of my skull. Yo, like, when you start realizing that you're the galaxy, this is what next week's theme is about. Right? That pure inspiration when you're downloading it, concentrated straight from the source. Thank you so much, Marianne, for what you do, for being a dedicated educator. We truly appreciate you. The future appreciates you. And again, shout out, Jules. Glad you're good. All right. Coming up next to close out our guaranteed list with the fly pink, or I should say fly flamingo fedora, is coming through clean as a whistle with no sound. This incredible artist has been around for a while, has been a part of the struggle, not on the sideline, but in the game for some time. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you for spending your time with us this evening. The one and only Tamam Tracy Moncour is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
It's great to be here. And I'm like the poet, you can find me right here, and that's what I do at 78 years old. And let me say this, I'm a retired teacher and I'm a believer. Teaching, and the Bible says it, it's a gift from God. If that's a little too, it's in the Bible, but if that's a little too narrow, it's a gift from the cosmos. It's a gift. You can teach. It comes from the universe, something bigger than you and I, and we take it and apply it to our lives and to those we come in touch with and in contact with. Teaching's a gift. Today I'm going with music. This is a poem. I call it Black Music Is. Black music is the outcry of souls searching for peace, looking for love in a barren world. Black music is the polyrhythm of African drums sending their message of truth to the souls of tomorrow through the bloodline of a Black life. Black music is the flat 7, the flat 5, reverberating through the hull of a slave ship, brought to an alien world, turned loose in a cotton field to create a new sound, a new music. Black music is the spontaneous creation of a people's need to improvise in a life overflowing with pain and oppression. Black music is the syncopated screams of a nation stolen from their motherland, beaten, kicked, murdered, raped, of a magnificent heritage, then set free to perish in time. Black music is the song of the slave in the new millennium, chafing against the chains of no identity, welfarism, and a system designed to perpetuate destruction. Black music is the field holler, the work song, the blues, spirituals, ragtime, gospel, rhythm and blues, club, house, hip hop, and jazz, and jazz, and jazz. Black music is a gift to America. Thank you. That's my offering for this evening.
I'm not yelling at you. Before I say what I'm going to say, I'm not yelling at you. Facts are damn it, facts. Unmute yourself, give it up for Tamam Tracy Moncool.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
That's the root of the root of the root and the soil too.
Sending the message of truth to the souls of tomorrow.
I've said it for a long time. It all comes from the slave song. You cannot shut it off. That's that blade of grass through the parking lot. You know, you can't stop. The humanity's faith lives in that poem. You can't. You can't kill love. Love's not afraid.
Black
Here's the
music
motherfucking afraid. Yeah, that's all we're gotta do. Who's got here about?
Black music is a gift to America. I love that line. That's what's up. Black music is a gift to America.
Yes. Always on the edge. New, always creating, always new, always teaching the rest of us.
And that's the other thing. This is a teaching situation because I'm learning from all of you as well. Trust me, we're just sharing and learning and teaching.
It's the creed of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. You walk in the door, you are going to be instructed.
Instructed, led, enlightened, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do, right? Unintentionally. But here's the beauty about creatives is we do the research before we utter a syllable. And because of that, right, similar to shout out all the PhD holders and the doctorate holders, we defend our dissertations every week. You know what I mean? This is kind of what we do. Thank you so much for answering the initial question, right? Teaching is a gift from the cosmos, right? It comes from the universe. Teaching is a gift. I have learned that. I have learned that as my time as a public school educator. It is a gift. Black music is, and this is, had I known you were doing this, you could have hollered at me because this would have been something I would have hollered at the keeper of concrete. I would have called out the storm gods. Like, tell me what Black music is. Right? Black music is howling wolf, screaming to the future that Elvis Presley is not soul. Black music Sounds like Little Richard creating rock and roll black music. Sounds like Chuck D, black music. Sounds like KRS-One, black music. Sounds like a 3-string cigar box guitar that I know a cat rocks with, right? But black music also sounds like work songs, like, oh, Alberta, Berta, oh, Lord, well now, right? Sounds like swinging hammers. It sounds like oppression. It sounds like the blood of oppressors. It sounds like the blood of the oppressed. It sounds like unmarked graves. Just saying. Black music is brilliantly, beautifully, brutally misunderstood. And I thank you for sharing it with us. May your incredible jazz musician husband rest in peace. If you're not familiar, do yourself a favor. Cat was bad to the bone playing the trombone, even. Like look into that dude. Bad business, man. Bad business. Appreciate you, Tracy. So that was the end of our guaranteed list. Thank you so very much. And look, I try my best, y'all, and we still getting to that 3-hour mark. I really try my best, but y'all just so damn incredible. And here we are up against 3 hours again. Coming up next, the Atmosphere Rearrangers in the building, and I know, because he hit me up earlier and he was like, yo, like, I need to get on this. Like, okay, you already know we're going to make room for him. Motherfucking Storm God's in the building. This cat right here is about to do you something, I don't want to say dirty, I don't want to say foul, but the crackling in the air that you feel is because of this cat. The one and only Zonkonto is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, brother. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Do what you do.
Always great to be part of this team and always glad to speak to them. The poem I wrote today, I was surprised by it, but I'm going to say it. If I had a penny for my thoughts that a millionaire brought back to add to his bottom dollar, if it was a shiny one too that blinded my mother when she was trying to polish my school shoes. She had spent more than a penny on those shoes, just for one me to have to hang with the gangsters who looked at the sky all day, wondering why God wouldn't spend a penny trying to make the sky so beautiful with clouds instead of investing in my own mother's torn tennis shoes. God denied me after I coined the phrase afterlife, since perhaps the pennies don't buy your way into heaven, because heaven don't come cheap. It's more than a penny to rise from 6 feet deep. Even Muhammad Ali couldn't punch his way out of death, but I still got a penny from Mama saving for me to bypass heaven, because she herself was craving for it. A penny for the thoughts that kept her up at night with no husband to kiss her good night, for the nights that if it was only me in her bed as the future grizzly bear. That was when I dreamed of death. God bought my life back with every penny of my thoughts, and that no money in this world could ever buy freedom, but a penny can, if it is worth it to buy me back to life. If I could convince God with a penny, I would buy my grandmother back, sit with her atop my favorite peak, and have her smile that was $1 million in pennies, and pick each coin until I run out of strength. Because if it means bringing her back, I would walk on all fours to pick every penny there is. If it leaves me in debt, pay God back with a penny, for his thoughts sit here to hear him think and decide for myself whom I should pay a penny tithe to, a penny less, if a penny less, a coin in the drain, a penny that never bought back my mother's pain. She held notes in her palms that still went back to the man and not to the wedding she dreamed of again and again. A penny for your thoughts, and not just to buy back my mama's loaf of bread. I know money, and I know the pennies that fought against it. Some count.
Yo, see, when you come up with pennies in your pocket, your throat has a little raspy copper sound to it. Unmute yourself, give it up for Zone Conto.
Oh, beautiful work,
For
man.
never ending love for your mother. And
Yeah,
your
that's
grandmother.
courage. That's courage, and you can't buy
I
that.
love it.
Yeah.
Man.
Like the whole I like to say money is only an idea. Think about it. All of money, it's an idea.
Now it's another social construct, sir. It's another social construct. We're talking about socialization, or are we talking about manipulation, or are we talking about indoctrination, or are we talking about manipulation? Listen, Zone Conto. Like, this is not a negative, but your voice sounds like graveyard soil. Right? Like you speak with a cup full of the ancestors in every drink you serve. It's just it's the ancestors showing you and proving to you that you're on the right path. Right? Why God wouldn't spend a penny, right? A penny for her thoughts that kept her speechless or sleepless. Like yo, you're incredible, sir. And I need you to know that you do change the atmosphere every time you get down. Appreciate you. Make sure you are plugging in with Zone Conto. The cat just does this. 2 more folks, right? 2 more. And it just so happens that these 2 cats are probably 2 of the baddest cats I know. Honestly. One who used to rock in Carolina, the other one rocks in like Kentucky. So let's get to it. 2 folks left. Coming up first, this keeper of concrete shoes that will kick your ass through your shoulder blades, as the razor blades that razor blades shave with once they sharpen it to a laser precision. Semper Fi, do or die. This guy, a band of merry misfits. I don't know, like Marines are different. Marines are different. But I'm the son of a Marine. My brother, this cat right here, prepare yourself. Let the church say, God damn. The one and only CP Mays in the building. Come on, Mays. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always good to see you, folks.
Hey, appreciate you. Before I even try to plug myself, like shout outs really to the community. I've heard from at least 6 of y'all that showed up tonight within the last week on randomness, right? Like, hey, there's a storm in Houston. I just needed to know, like, you're okay. How's everything going, to like other stuff? Like, and that shit's rare, It's no like, I'm a better poet, I don't want to interact with you, or I don't like you that much. It's more like, yo, you do the same things I do. Challenge yourself to not be as fucked up as you were last year. Let's do this. Like, So shout out to y'all. I'm in DC at the moment doing some advocacy work. And like literally, I couldn't fly back to Texas because I was like, oh shit, it's Thursday. I'm gonna get my flight sit back on Friday morning at 4:00 a.m. I gotta wake up because I just had to be here for this. So here's a new piece. It's called Latchkey Kids. America, some life lessons learned should never be allowed to leave you. Like little latchkey kids, good karma revolving around listen. Top 10 life lessons learned as a latchkey kid as taught from my mama. 1, memorize your mother's work number. 2, bring your ass straight home from school and you better not open that door for nobody. 3, and you better have that house clean before I get home from work. 4, I tell you what, play games if you want. I ain't one of your little friends. 5, as a matter of fact, don't let your little friends get your behind in trouble. 5 plus 5.1. Feel free to replace behind with the word ass. Don't let your friends get your little ass in trouble. 6, oh, you must think I'm Boo-Boo the Fool, don't you? 7, when we get into the store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. As a matter of fact, don't even look at candy unless you want to touch him garment or speak to God. 8, 9, 10. Never, I repeat, never grab the belt mid-swing, mid-ass whooping, unless mid-blackout, the last things you want to hear before you prematurely meet God is your mother's voice. Hello, 911? Yeah, I just gave my son a reason to visit the dentist. Can y'all send him over an ambulance? Excuse me, ma'am? Did you mean ambulance? Yeah, that's what I said, ambulance. Believe me, Missy, I'm handing out free trips to the dentist all night. Don't write a check that your ass can't cash. I didn't realize that my blood pressure's top number was well over 180 until I split, cracked my tooth, and had to make an emergency trip to the dentist. Then an emergency trip to the emergency room. The nurse that took my blood pressure looked at me in disbelief. He said, and I quote, "Congratulations, sir. You just won the record for the highest blood pressure today." I guess what I'm saying is you never know how much back talk it'll take for your mama to slap the taste out your mouth, just like you'll never, ever, ever, ever know when you'll need to call the ambulance.
Damn it, Factor Mundo. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP.
That was
That's new
wonderful.
territory.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
prose,
Uh-huh.
theater,
You
poetry,
always
and
lend
who do you
it
think you're
there, man.
talking to?
That's a great. Yeah,
All wrapped
that
up
was
in one.
actually a reminder
That
of
was
certain
theater,
things
man.
that I went through with my mom. You know, like do not hold the belt when she trying to smack your ass. Do not try.
That's the worst
'Cause
thing
that
ever
is
to do.
you
Yeah.
you
So
know.
when
You
you
know,
gonna publish this as a field guide so people can really benefit from it?
Yeah,
Right in between the
don't.
piece when I'm yelling and the other piece when I'm yelling. I'm gonna use it as glue to hold them together. That's what I'm gonna do.
Really, I can
Yeah,
see
like-
that on the drugstore counter, CP's Field Guide to Latchkey Kiddom.
my dad used to always say, "This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you," and he fucking meant it. I mean, it was so real. He really didn't want to do this, and it was gonna hurt him, but he
my
had to do
skin
it.
was
So,
stinging.
I mean,
I was the one with the
it was
welts.
it was a
I didn't
fact.
see him with no welts on his ass. I was the one with the shit. Like I didn't hurt you. I'm the one
Yeah,
with
but-
my ass stinging.
It's probably
Yeah,
his only line of poetry too, because the word "me" is in there. This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, my father used to say, "This is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me."
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Mine
I
used
don't
to
know if I
always
can
say,
handle that right now. Hold on.
you're gonna listen to me, or you're gonna listen to someone else tell you when to eat, piss, and sleep. And
Yeah.
that shit changed my life forever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool.
That was good. That was good.
Coupon works. Yes.
Yo,
Shout out to Douglas.
That was kind of monologue-y, you know. It was like it was bleeding poets and monologue is tight, you know. I've been playing around with that, but not sharing it.
Listen. I mean, some of us are just reincarnations of the Amiri Barakas of the world, of the August Wilsons of the world, right? And all we're doing is trying to recreate those stories in a language that our generation can understand. I don't appreciate you, sir, for stealing some of that shit out of my brain. Because my mama said that shit. My mama said like some of the exact same things that, you know what I mean? Like, don't let your ass. Or she would say, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Right? Yeah, I mean, like I heard just like all of those were so on point. Lesson 5 plus 5 plus 1. Don't let your little friends. You must think I'm Boo Boo the Fool. God damn it. I always wanted to know, did I meet Boo Boo the Fool and just forgot? Like, did Boo Boo the Fool come over? Like, was they at the barbecue? Was they at the reunion? Like, I missed Boo Boo the Fool. Just gave my son. She gets on the phone. My mom used to tell me, call the corner and tell them how you want your body dressed. Shout out, moms. Love you. But you said, I just gave my son a reason to see the dentist. I mean, you're lucky you still got speech, right? She could have slapped the taste and your tongue out your mouth. She so chose, right? I brought you in this world. Appreciate you, Mace. The Lessons of a Latchkey Kid just reminds me of a movie that just came out that used to be a series of books, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And I just think that's something that you need to think about scribing, sir. Holla at me, because we'll definitely get into it. Coming up next to close out the evening, this incredible gentleman, shout out the Poetry Global Network. This cat is just, this cat I like to call the reincarnation of Edgar Allan Poe, because he is just that serious. I've known this cat for some years, and he still amazes me every time I hear him. Closing us out this evening, the one and only Frog Corpse in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Frog. It is always great to see you, brother. Please take it away.
Penny for your thoughts. This mine generates $1 million by the daily coffers of its copper charged. El Dorado melting bullion crushing colossus with roads. Britannia seduces Maharaja wallets, while provincial increase is levied by the ascension of dreams escrowed with a taste for the crown. To make a statement, we must first invest in a national bank, as Franklin carries more weight, saving private thoughts in the form of bonds. Cart cataloging coins while Jackson sends shooters to the bank, and it'll take a few Clevelands to get the Lincolns rolling toward laying those investments in state, while another Hamilton calls for that old Washington dig. These pounds of flesh made franc, turning Deutsch dollars into ruples, rolling rupees into bullets to be charged by the gun, hoping to turn yang to yen. Gaining entrance to heaven comes with a surcharge, as more interest is put upon you. No monthly Midas touch can forgive a debt, while each sentence distributes the cost. If it's a penny for your thoughts, be integral of your worth. Only Lincolns get sent to the cemetery to feed what old George planted first. If opinions are an asset, Abraham will take them quick. Because if you ever laid a hand on a god, wisdom and haste is sure to spend it. Got 'em? These thoughts cut copper by the ounce, sending shooters to take a gamble on the pound. Paper trails cross off broken Benjamins folded in snow-cut Bolivian barrels, moving. Paper by guerrillas gaining court with the count. It's death by expenditure. The last suit, a Colombian necktie.
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Did he? Oh, this dude. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Frog
Because it's
Cool.
really good work. Really
That was
good work. A lot of
amazing.
research. Nice.
Damn,
Put a whole
those
new spin. Put a whole new spin cycle on money laundering.
Like yeah, like the kind of writing, like Frog Cobbs has this kind of writing, you know.
But
And
I like the way you wove.
yeah.
and the metaphors that you used, it's wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, you did the medals, the presidents, and then the meaning and the currency and the exchange and the characters. You do it's a lot of work in there. It's a good piece. It's a keeper, yeah. That's a lot of craft. It's a lot of craft. You work hard on it. You could tell you how hard you work on this. And if it came out in one draft, it took you 40 years to write it.
Yeah, I just like the quality of your voice, Frog. It, like a number of other people here, and it's been remarked upon the quality of their voices. It just kind of creates this instant atmosphere, and that's a rare ability.
Do you ever change it up, Frog Corpse? Do you ever change it up? Because it's like Tom Waits. When I found out that he met Frank Sinatra and Frank was worried about his voice, so Frank sent his voice coach over to him. Tom Waits had Frank Sinatra's voice coach because he knew that once he committed to that style and he did it for his life, every time he's on stage, he had to razz it up. And but it's in your writing, it's in your soul, it's in your style. It's one. It's not like a shtick. It's you do write the way you sound, and you sound the way you write. So I'm wondering if that's hard.
Oh no.
Oh, absolutely not. It's not hard to be your most authentic self on paper.
Come on.
I just wanted to hear it. I knew it was a beautiful answer.
like, come on. This is what I said. This is what I said, right? Let's get to the end of this so we can get to the cipher real quick, folks. Again, I like to call this cat the Edgar Allan Poe of our generation. But what I just heard sounded like lily pad jazz, right? This frog jumping all over these different lily pads with improvisation on his tongue. Just having a good time, right? Like a few Clevelands, right? These pounds of flesh made flesh, hoping to change yang to yin, right? This mind generates $1 million a day. What? A penny for your thoughts? No monthly Midas touch. Death by expenditure. Man, you're ridiculous, frog. You're ridiculous. And you know that. like words come knocking at your door like, hey, you haven't used us in a while. Like, do you need us? like we would love to work with you, frog. Like all you need to do is, call us. I appreciate all of you, right? From Dre Ray, who set us off this evening, all the way to Frog Corpse, who closed the door. I thank you all. All of you are incredible educators, and you are proof that those who can teach, right? And those who do educate. And I appreciate all of you for all of your energy, all of your effort. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you have spent your Thursday night with us. And I thank you truly, right, on behalf of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, on behalf of our founders, on behalf of our tech team, all of us, I appreciate you so much. Make sure you are plugging in with all things Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Log into the website, get yourself some merch representing your part of the world. Listen, make sure you post up. We are going to rock into the cipher for a couple of minutes. Listen, we're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, y'all, peace and blessings.